We also know that resume writing is new to military veterans. You've never had to really write a resume for a role, or rarely have to write a resume for a role that you're going into. And one of the biggest mistakes that we see for veterans coming out, and honestly for a lot of candidates, is just making sure that you have a tailored resume for the specific job that you're going into. A lot of veterans may just have one resume and they're using that one resume to apply for all roles. And what you really want to do is look at the job description that you're going into, make sure that you pick out those key terms that they're looking for and incorporate those key terms into your resume or into your cover letter if the company is requiring a cover letter as well, and make sure that if it is a company that gets a lot of applications and they're putting it through some type of an algorithm, that the right words are coming up in your resume. The other piece is just making sure that you are interpreting all of the military terms you have in there into civilian terms. Ultimately, if a hiring manager or a recruiter doesn't understand the experience that you have on your resume, you most likely won't be selected. And so it's also making sure that you're translating those terms appropriately and that you are, showing all of the experience that you've had. I think another thing, depending on the level of the role that you're going into, is also showing your increase in responsibility over time. It's good to be able to show as you maybe led 5 people in one job and then you moved to 20 people and then you were in charge of 100 people, or from a budget standpoint, anything that you can quantify on your resume to show numbers of things, whether it's, again, a budget you managed, number of people you managed, certain efficiencies, percentage of efficiencies that you were able to do in your role. All of that really builds a story and tells that, again, increase in responsibility or the success that you were able to have in your roles. And that's all really important as a manager, is looking at your resume. But ultimately, have someone else look at your resume, have someone that's not in the military look at it and make sure that they can understand it and that you are, removing as many of the military terms as possible to make sure that a civilian or someone that has no military experience will be able to understand your resume and your experience.